started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. No more remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Throwing to start here is Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's caught, at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 30, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Jameis to throw it. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Jameis now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 7-7, our score after 1. Off the play fake, Winston. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Tua. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Room here to run. 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And Thomas has it. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play fake. Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Hardy. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw is Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. On third down, Winston looking long for Thomas. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Let's go. Ultra. Go ultra. Check pitch. Cut, cut.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, computer.
Here's Mostert. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second down and goal. Tua in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After the sack, third and goal now from the 12. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7.
21, Saints 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10. They're on 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now there's the former Dolphin, Jarvis Landry.
And the Saints, first down.
First down, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The first down throw for Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutz good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, nail the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Blue check. Ready.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Oh, he's got and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem... brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Here we go,
They started on the ground with Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense offense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Check steal. Steal.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey, check.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ultra.
They'll run right side with Mostert. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough of it. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here, Herbert. Being chased out left. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Tua. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result, a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Nick. Coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 15. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Hurts.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Jalen Phillips drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
A chance for Waddle on the return.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Complete to A.J. Brown. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Taking it about the 16. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Dolphins nothing.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, no steal.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Hey,
to throw again on second down. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Eagles 21, Dolphins nothing.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would... Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on second and 10. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Tua now on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
$51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Tua sets up to pass it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Yeah.